Hi everybody, it's Claudia here with We're Just Two Sisters, and today I'm going to take you through a new journal walkthrough. That is a journal that was just completed and is about to be posted in the Etsy shop. So I call this one Friends Forever, and it's a very Victorian, very feminine, very dainty journal, but just extremely beautiful, with a lot of pastel colors and a lot of wonderful ephemera. So this journal is not huge, but it's nice, a very nice size. It's 5¼ inches wide. It is 8 inches long, and it has a large spine, which, as you know, means packed with lots of goodies. It's about 1¼ inch on the spine. It is just absolutely beautifully decorated on the cover. It has a lot of different elements to it. On the cover itself, it has a belly band. It has some really beautiful appliques. It has this lovely sari silk pink ribbon, which can be removed. It just simply wraps around, and you can replace it or use it if you choose to do so. On the front is a belly band. Inside the belly band is a little folio with the photograph of these wonderful friends just chatting, a side pocket that has this cool little journaling card, as well as a little tiny little card here with the music and the butterflies. It has a wax seal. When you open up the little folio, it has a tag with a piece of ephemera in the little pocket, journaling space on the back, slips down into this pocket, and the bottom portion of this is a tablet that has quite a bit of pages. And this guy just goes up into this belly band, slides up like so. I like to put it just at the top so you can see the picture. In addition, there is a pocket here that has some little piece of ephemera in it, and it also has a embellishment here on the belly band itself. I'm going to put that right back up in there again because I kind of creased that a little bit. And you can move this around and put this somewhere else if you'd like. Put something more personalized on the very front in the belly band. There are two little brass corners here. There is some kind of shiny blingy material here on the edge. There is a wonderful piece of lace that is embroidered. On the back is more butterflies and two more of the corners. This is made out of a hardcover book, so it's going to last a lifetime and probably several. There's also a little dangle here that has little beads on it. Very pretty, very feminine, very dainty. So let's take a look inside. So this journal has quite a few signatures. There are 3 sewn-in signatures, as you can see here, and it's just packed full of a lot of wonderful things. It actually has quite a bit of lace. The lace is sewn on to the edges. In many cases, you can see where it's sewn on here. Here's another example of where the lace is sewn onto the edges. And then the pages are decorated accordingly. So let's start at the beginning. It's a very fine place to start. So when you first open this journal, you'll see that it has some really beautiful old vintage lace and doilies and all kinds of different vintage elements. This side pocket here is covered with some beautiful lace. In the side pocket, you'll find this little folio. The folio has a card that comes off of the top belly band. Some really cool paper on the back. And again, the things that are in here are, for the most part, detachable. So you can actually replace them or move them around. There's a couple of cool receipts there. A little tablet in this folio. As you can see, quite a bit of pages. In addition, there's a little seed packet. The seed packet could go down in here if you wanted, or it can just be by itself and go down into this pocket. The side I did not cover because I just loved the paper so much. Here is another little belly band with some thread and a little bee band here. And there is an envelope. When you open the envelope, it has a little tab that pulls out this little thank you card that can be written on the back. The tab just kind of hangs over the edge like so, and then this envelope goes into the belly band. In this journal, you'll find my own coffee-dyed, tea-dyed, and echo-dyed papers. This one is actually coffee-dyed with stencils. There are some little craft pages that are beautiful. There's lots of writing space, both plain and textured paper for writing. Here is another little card that depicts friendship, girlfriends. This little tag is made from a piece of book page. And on the back is this lovely lady. On this side is also some gorgeous ladies, and they look like they may be dressed up for tea. Here's a beautiful teacup on this cool old paper. Here is a little paper clip, altered paper clip that has some little receipts in it, little advertisements. And this guy can just clip on wherever you would like it to. It can also hold things on your pages. Here is a pocket with Pearl Shirt Philadelphia. And in that pocket, there is a pocket tag. Here's a young lady that's writing in her journal. And a little card comes out, a little postcard. And that could just slide into the pocket of the tag. A lot of cool different textures on that tag. Some vintage sheet music. Here is a 2-pocket little doodad with some ephemera and a handmade little button. This has quite a few receipts and interesting documents, pieces that go into the little pockets for this one. There's 1, 2, 3, and then 4 pieces. This is a little card, which is a tiny little letter. More writing space, a pocket with King Street First Class Hotel receipt, and then this really cool old piece of ephemera. I love the old script handwriting. Lots of white space for you to do your own thing, a great place to write. This is a flip folio that's on this piece of craft paper. On the front, it has a little pocket with a red star line little piece in it and a postcard. When you open it up, it actually has a pocket here with a folio. Good friends. Little belly band with a receipt. Yet another tablet. Cool thing about having so many tablets in your journal is that you can actually take one out and take it with you to perhaps record an event or a day that you had out, and then put it back in your journal. Here's another little tablet that's attached, and this just closes up like so. Here is a 2-pocket page that has quite a bit of little pieces of ephemera. That is glued on. Here's a beautiful page with Drink Coca-Cola, 5 cents, with a wax seal, pretty purple ribbon, really pretty page with lots of writing, lots of different kinds of script writing. There's a cool piece here. This paper has some really interesting feel to it. It's almost like waxy. And then a pocket here, that this comes out, and this is a certificate of discharge. Private James Moore. (1945) it says. I like to kind of split those and let one of them hang over the edge there. Again, more awesome writing paper, coffee dyed paper, some craft paper that I've left blank intentionally so that you can decorate some of these pages yourself with your own pieces of memorabilia. There's a really cool like keyhole that I've put behind it, a little girl that's dressed up in a fairy costume. Here's a fun pocket that actually holds an authentic vintage postcard. This one says, "A Peaceful Easter." Looks like it's 1948. "From us all to you all, Cousin Margaret, to Elizabeth Roberts, Johnstown, Pennsylvania, March 19." Can't tell whether that says 1918 or 1948. But it is definitely authentic. It is not a copy. I was fortunate enough to come across a bunch of those at an estate sale, so I like to include them with my old vintage journals. Here's a fun little 2-pocket illustration. Has some cool pieces of ephemera in it. 1 pocket here, 1 pocket here. Each of those does come out. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces there. More writing space. Here's a belly band. This belly band holds this little folio. It's a very interesting texture on this paper. It almost feels like cloth. And it has a little piece here. It's folded in half. And when you open it up, it has a little paper clip. The paper clip holds this little guy that is just a tiny little tablet for you, it says. This holds that on. Has a whole little writing book, almost a journal in itself, with a lot of different types of pages. You could make a little mini journal out of this. There's still lots of place to make it your own. It is a sewn-in signature here, you can see on the edge. So you could definitely make your own little tiny pocket journal out of that piece. That slides right up into that band like so. Here's a pretty piece of old paper that, yeah, I'd have to be so careful using it because it tears so easily. So I like to glue it on to another background, and that way you can still utilize it. Here's one of my little book page hearts that I love to make. They're sewn down the middle and just kind of create a fun dimension, even though it kind of stands out and it's a little interactive there. You can always just flatten it down and close your book easily. Lots of cool space for writing. Here is a 2-pocket. In the first pocket, you'll find this lovely envelope. The envelope has a piece of ephemera, Mason Jean Elion. Looks like it's French. This slides down into that side of the pocket. And this also has a little tablet with some very old, cool paper that goes down into here. And I like to kind of let this go over the edge a little bit. I loved how all of these colors go so well together. Lots of pretty stationery. Here's a stencil dyed piece of paper. There's a side pocket with musical notes with a piece of ephemera, public instruction. Like the center, this is the center of the second signature. Here's what's called a snippet edge, and it is a piece of paper where I have attached and sewn on quite a bit of lace and material scraps and different little elements that just complement it. It's really cool because it hangs over the edge, both top and bottom and side, which gives that cool texture to the edge of your journal. Pretty dragonfly. This is an interesting piece. It's a little folder that opens. You simply untie the little strings and it opens like so. And you could put a tablet in here. You could put a photograph in here. You could put pretty much whatever your heart desires in the center of that. And if you just tie the little string loosely, then it keeps those pages closed like so. Writing space, really beautiful tag that can be written on the back in a lovely pocket there. Here is another folio up in this upper corner pocket with the pretty lace and bow. This is a folio that opens like so. Has a tablet, lots of writing space, and it also has a pocket, and I will add something to that pocket, something I must have forgotten to do. For now, I will put this in there, which I probably had in there in the first place and just kind of forgot, and put it on the outside, but I might add a few more little things there. On the outside, it has this piece of ephemera, and it has that cool number 4, a little metal looking with the little rivets on it, and this slides up into that corner pocket. This is the third signature, the beginning. This would be a really cool thing to write something or put a little saying on. In addition, there's this little card in here that says, "Note to self." Side pocket here with this very old piece of paper that I have coffee dyed with the birdhouse. You open it up and it just has a little corner pocket inside, and I've put this little cool little small tag in there, and that goes into that pocket. Leaf dyed paper, again more stationery, art paper. There's a corner pocket that has 2 pockets. Old sheet music cover. In the top one, there's this cool tag that I love to make out of old book pages that I don't like to throw away, and I have a lot of them because I got a lot of books. So I like to utilize those book pages, and I make those tags. This has a fun bunch of tassels. There's 3 little holes at the top that have tassels, and then this cute little bulb pin with the charm, and then that pretty piece of stationery. pocket with a card. Journaling space on the back. This is my own paper that I like to make, and this one just happened to have some glitter sprinkled into it. I've sewn a little bit on around the top and the bottom, but that is handmade paper, coffee dyed. This is a butterfly pocket that has all kinds of fun things in it. Several different pieces of old ephemera. This is a page that I left blank because I loved the illustration. I did put this really pretty piece of document here. It is not a pocket, it's just glued on. Here is a fun pocket that has I'll show you, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets. 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets. And you can add whatever you would like to. I've added one of my little matchbooks that I love to make. It has this dapper gentleman on the outside and on the inside. It has a little piece here that comes out, and then this opens like so. There's another little piece here and a tablet. A lot going on in that little tiny little piece of paper there. I like to call them matchbooks. And this can just go in any of these little pockets. I will slide it down into, I would say, this one. Got quite a few little pages that have to go in there, so I will be careful. Come on, there you go. And then you can just let that flap over the top. Another piece of the other side of that handmade paper with the glitter with these friends in a frame. And here is a lovely pocket that has 1, 2, 3 openings. And I've included this incredible old photograph with journaling space and also this beautiful illustration in 2 of those pockets. And you can add your own touches to that pocket and add more of your own memorabilia. Here's a little pocket that's an old typewriter with this little journaling card. She just has such a beautiful little face. Here's a pocket that has several things in it. It has this tag. And it also has a pocket on top of the pocket here with a little piece of ephemera and then a piece of ephemera here at the very top in that pocket. I'll put that back in there. There we go. That's sewn around the edges. More sheet music, more stationery, more writing space. This is what's called a slit pocket. And this slit pocket has a card, a piece of ephemera, and a little tag. Can all be moved around. And then this is the very back cover. The back cover has a beautiful embroidered hanky piece of cloth that makes up that corner pocket. And in that corner pocket, I've attached this card tag. Tag has some pretty ribbon coming off of it, and then a little pocket here and another pocket here with a couple of little playing cards. And that can just go down into that pocket, let your dangle hang over the edge, and that is the back. So I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough. I really appreciate when you spend the time to go through the journals with me. There's a lot to see, and I know it takes up your time to walk through them, but I appreciate it. I hope you've been inspired by this journal to make your own. If you would like to purchase this one, it is going to be posted in the Etsy store today, and it'll be available for as long as it lasts. And that Etsy store is www.we'rejusttwosisters.etsy.com. You'll see the link in here in our YouTube channel, and if you like our YouTube channel, go ahead and give us a like. It really helps. And follow us because there's always something new to see. And that's on Etsy, www.we'rejusttwosisters.etsy.com. That's We're Just Two Sisters with the number 2.etsy.com. So again, thank you so much for taking the time to walk through this journal with me, and I hope you have a wonderful day.